Hello everyone! One of the more popular modules that I have designed is the buffered multiple, or BMULT for short. A lot of people have downloaded the production files from my GitHub and built them from scratch, and I have sold a lot of them as DIY kits with all components included in my Tindie shop. However, there are a couple of potential issues with it, so I have decided to improve the design a bit. One of the problems is that the power connector is placed at the end of the PCB, so there's a risk that you break the PCB when you insert the power connector. This is especially risky when you have a brand new power cable that hasn't been worn in yet. Another issue is that if you plug in a cable into any of the input sockets, but leave it unconnected on the other side, the outputs may go crazy and output random voltages. This might cause some unexpected behavior when you are doing a live patching during a jam. The third issue is that the output voltage differs a little bit depending on the load, because of the current limiting resistors on the output. I tried to mitigate this by using 330 ohms instead of the usual 1K, but that didn't completely solve the problem. And also, the op-amp I was using wasn't a great choice for a voltage buffer, with respect to input offset voltage, capacitive load on the output, and temperature drift. So what does the new design look like? If we quickly take a look at the schematic diagram, there are a couple of changes with respect to the old design. Alright, so this is the schematic diagram, and if we start at the bottom, we have the power connector with bulk capacitors that are placed near the connector. If we look a bit closer at the buffer circuit, we see that we have an upper and lower section, and the lower section is normal to the input of the upper section, so they are sort of connected unless you break the connection by inserting a jack here in the lower section. If we home in a little bit on one of the circuits here, we see that we have the 100K pull-down resistor on the input, so we don't leave that floating. And the output section looks a little bit different than the previous version of this MULT. Here I have the feedback path connected outside the loop, which means that the op-amp will compensate for the voltage drop that you will get here. When you connect the load, you will start to draw current, and that will generate the voltage drop over this resistor. But the op-amp will compensate for that, so you will always have the correct output voltage. And the op-amp that I've chosen here is the OPA 171, which is an op-amp with excellent input offset voltage and also a really good temperature performance, and it also has a really good output drive capacity, so it can drive capacitive loads on the outside here, which could be important if you have very long cables that you're using for patching. Alright, so yeah, that's it. Mechanically, it looks pretty much the same as the old design. 2 HP, aluminium PC panel, and the same number of input and output jacks. But the power connector have moved to the center of the PCB to mitigate the risk that the PCB breaks when you insert or remove the power connector. The components are tiny, so if you want to build this module, one option is to order PCB assembly with all the SMT components already soldered to the board. There are placement files together with the Gerbers and IBOM on my GitHub, but this module will also soon be available as a DIY kit with all components included in my Tindie store. Oh, one more thing. If you already have a BMULT of the old type and would like to modify it to add the pull-down resistors on the input jacks, you can easily add to 100K resistors between the input pins and ground. The finished modification should look something like this. Alright, that's it guys. This was a really short video. Take care, and I'll see you soon again. Goodbye.